This thing.
As IJC Central Command is aware, Overwatch has supported missions to repel Null Sector forces in Paris, Busan, Rio, and several other fronts. These attacks targeted cities with a high population of Omnics, wherein millions were fitted with unidentified subjugation devices that seemingly rendered Omnics unresponsive. The majority of these subjugated Omnics were abducted by Null Sector throughout the invasion, but a small percentage were recovered by Overwatch and ally militaries. Efforts by former Overwatch agent Torbjorn Lindholm to understand the function of these devices and how to safely remove them are ongoing. 2 days ago, at 0620 hours local time, a strike team was dispatched to Buenos Aires to investigate reports of a new warfront opening. At 12:35 hours, all remaining Null Sector units entered a state that Agent Brigitte Lindholm described as Sentinel configuration. Null Sector abruptly ceased all offensive maneuvers, formed a tight perimeter around their command ship, and began loading the remaining subjugated Omnics onto the ship. Further reports confirmed that all 37 global holding facilities for rescued subjugated Omnics were being breached and raided.
Wow.
Does Overwatch have any theories as to why Null Sector's units would suddenly act this way?
The Sentinel configuration was designed to stop Overwatch forces from interfering with Null Sector's retreat. Null troopers
Look at
were
Reinhardt over
observed
there.
carrying subjugated civilian Omnics onto their command ships. Unfortunately, all attempts to breach these defenses proved beyond Overwatch's current capabilities.
Designed to stop Overwatch forces. You seem very confident in that conclusion. Do you have definitive proof?
Overwatch agents discovered that a signal was being broadcast to warbots across all active fronts. With the aid of Ify Oladele, a newly recruited robotics
Hey, she's the
specialist,
person who made
this
Orisa.
modified omnicode was recorded, transcribed, and translated. Miss Oladele's translation revealed a series of commands that altered Null Sector warbot programming, culminating in the abduction of subjugated Omnics, followed by a mass retreat. However, by the time we had enough information to respond, all units exited Sentinel configuration and began to retreat with the subjugated Omnics.
Oh no.
So you're saying Overwatch was not strong enough to stop Null Sector?
That's not my
Guess
assessment.
Genji.
Null Sector's actions targeted and devastated populations across the globe. No organization could have anticipated and countered this retreat with 100% effectiveness. The invasion was a calculated maneuver, intended to exhaust our resources. Overwatch agents did their best in difficult circumstances, and it is thanks to their efforts that we have any intelligence to share today. I can't emphasize enough Ms. Oladele's contributions. Without her expertise, the Omnicode broadcast and its contents may have remained unknown to our agents and the world at large.
Noted. Did Overwatch attempt to pursue the command ships to their destination?
Overwatch dispatched all our available pilots in pursuit of command ships, but our pilots were intercepted by aerial warbots. Though our
Where's everybody else? Why is it just Genji,
Reinhardt,
Reinhardt, and Brigitte? Where's everybody else? Where's Tracer and Lucio? I thought they were there.
Does Overwatch have any leads as to where they might have gone?
Not at this time.
Aww.
We believe Null Sector utilized cloaking devices which interfered with satellite surveillance systems.
Okay.
Our agents are currently attempting to recover this corrupted satellite data and determine where the command ships may have fled. It's unclear what Null Sector's intentions are or what this means for the invasion.
Thank you, Commander Chase. Do you have any further remarks before we conclude this briefing?
Though Null Sector caused no further damage or casualties to the occupied territories, they successfully absconded with 99.2% of all previously subjugated Omnics.
Yeesh.
In
Captured.
the wake of this attack, I want to take a moment to recognize what a tremendous loss this is for the global Omnic community. I would encourage the IJC and world governments to extend all available resources to support their Omnic citizens. To better prepare the world against further threats from Null Sector, Overwatch will share our complete findings with the IJC. Thank you. Soldier, is Overwatch disbanding now that Null Sector has retreated? Under the IJC's directive, Overwatch is currently on standby. It was your testimony during the Petrus Act hearings that led to Overwatch being shut down.
Yep.
Yet you now sit in a role as acting commander.
Because Soldier
Will you
76
order
isn't there.
Overwatch to disband again if the IJC demands it? The Overwatch agents who responded to the Null Sector invasion did so out of a desire to do what was right when they were needed.
Yeah.
I stepped into this role for the same reason. When the IJC determines the world is safe, I won't be needed any longer. I'll heed the order knowing I've done my part.
Cool. The story continues in Overwatch 2. Yeah. Well, it's not Overwatch 2 anymore now, isn't it? Okay, and now what's this then? A hero trailer. La Lupa. I don't know who this is.
Look at them, Papa. Look at them. I wish you were here to see their faces. The crowd. The
Are you not
lights,
entertained?
the spectacle. I've become quite the celebrity in the Colosseo. They have chosen me. They call me La Lupa, the wolf.
The lone wolf.
And I'm their villain. At first, I hated it. Their cheers and jeers reminded me of the sycophants you surrounded yourself with. Weak men who leeched off of your greatness, picking the bones of everything you built.
Pause. This character here is really much of a pain to deal with, and it's actually hilarious that I actually managed to beat her with Junkrat. You know, like, because she can jump around everything with the sword, and I just, like, blow him up. Hilarious.
Leaving me with nothing.
Oh, calm
Surrounded
down.
by my enemies.
Why is everyone in this game so dramatic? Just relax. Be like Junkrat. Or Genji. Ooh!
But you were preparing me for this, weren't you, Papa?
Uh-oh.
In
Giant
your
wolf.
way, you showed me that fear was a weapon. You helped me temper my wild and reckless nature with patience and guile.
Wanna play some chess?
Taught me the value in knowing my enemy, in learning to turn their greatest strengths into their weaknesses.
Hang on a minute, that's... Wait.
Even in death.
Oh, it's that guy. Jesus, Weeper.
Of underestimating an adversary.
Well, I guess we'll go with plan B.
I promise you.
Is that
won't
why she?
repeat
That's
your
why she killed you.
mistakes.
Oh no, spoilers.
Look at
Wait.
me, Papa. This is no longer the face of your little girl. Your enemies are still my enemies. But I am so much more than you had the chance to see. My recklessness is now focused rage. And I finally embraced what I once hated. I am the wolf. I am La Lupa.
Where's she flying off to?
They're right to fear me. They will respect me.
All right.
This arena, this mob, this moment is all just a means to an end. Every lesson, every loss has been tallied and recorded. I will take back everything that was stolen from us. And I will use them to do it.
Who's them? What? Who's them? That was weird. Okay. Comic. A New Empire.
Ave gentes. My name is Chiara Preziosi, and I voice Vendetta in Overwatch 2.
She's Italian.
I am reading A New Empire. You knew my father. He went by many names, but everyone in Talon called him Antonio Bartalotti. He was an arms dealer, a member of Talon's inner circle, but to me... Akande, you've met my little Martia. He was Papa. About the Rome operation, I've noted some loose ends that could be traced back to... Not now, mia cara. He wanted a different life for me.
Like any good father.
Almost got his wish.
Boom!
Operation complete, signor.
Is that the thing that...
But for every
Is that what
enemy you
Junkrat
took
blew up in one of his
out, he
comics?
made 2 more.
I remember that. Oh!
It was only a matter of time
Well, yes.
before his mistakes caught up with him. Papa, we didn't agree on everything, but I loved him just the same. My father's body was barely cold before Talon made their move. What's going on here? Scusa, bambina. It's just business. Talon seized my father's accounts, took control of his assets, assumed his allies.
Doomfist.
And Doomfist gave away my rightful place on the Talon Council.
Eesh.
My father, my future.
Ah, what's with
He
the broken
stole
window?
everything I was promised. Everything I deserved.
Alright.
Talon thought I'd be easy to push aside, but I would not lick my wounds in the shadows, nor allow fools to determine my worth. I would use my time out of their sight wisely.
Train up.
I vowed to create my own empire.
There's a woman
and
helmet there, you
with
see
anyone
that?
who dare deny me again. And in Rome, there is one place where even the lowest can rise to rule. In her debut match, please welcome Vendetta! Facing up against our as yet undefeated rising star, Ajax! But even here, I was underestimated. This mysterious newcomer is about to learn why none have toppled the Colosseum's strongest colossus.
Looks like she already got.
Oh, Ajax's signature Venetian drop!
Oh gosh.
Ooh, should have known better than to go straight for the big leagues. Maybe stay
Ooh.
home next time, sweetheart.
Come on, Vendetta, do something.
What's this? So
She's
I
grabbed
let
him.
my opponent have their fun. To send a message. When I'm hit,
Ah!
I strike
Suplex.
back.
Ah!
Twice as hard.
Ah!
What a ferocious comeback. Ah! The match goes to Vendetta! I became known as the Wolf of Retribution. I took on any fight the Colosseum could throw at me, and won.
Well, you almost lost that giant spider. Oh gosh.
For that,
Forza?
I was at
I
once
played that
hated
game.
and adored. With my winnings, I forged myself a blade worthy of my talents.
That sword.
With
Do you
everything
think she's
he
overcompensating
seized,
with that giant sword? I
the
mean, seriously,
crowd
pick a
cried
smaller
for
sword.
more,
It looks too
and
heavy.
I gained my own.
I mean, it looks like the Buster sword.
And assets.
Good.
More fighters who crave the taste of my glory.
No, but
As
they
my
look like a bunch of
reputation
robots.
within the arena grew, so did my influence.
And then
I
people recognized who she
infiltrated
was.
Europe's elite. Proximity to the Colosseum's most infamous gladiator was very valuable. That's how I met you and gained access to your network.
Who's me?
I would love to finance your next match in return for a good word with your other sponsors. My people will see it done. As I built my new empire,
I thought she was on her own.
stronger
Oh right.
than that of my father's. I never forgot the life I was denied. When Overwatch apprehended Doomfist, I saw my chance. Strike Talon at its weakest point, and reclaim my inheritance.
You go,
Attack
girl.
the Venice base and report back. Leave no survivors. But I didn't yet have the numbers to take on Talon outright. You failed!
Whoops.
You fools! That was our chance! It became clear I would need greater influence,
Did you hear a voice break on that?
stronger gladiators, and a better plan, if I wished to take back what was mine. Years passed after that failure, and I watched, infuriated, as the Council ate itself alive and brought Talon to ruin. But in
That's
divine
good though, right?
comedy, as Talon's power waned, I rose to my peak. Your
Good.
new campionessa del Colosseo! I bided my time, knowing my chance to claim vengeance would return. And one night, as I celebrated the spoils of my victory in the Colosseum, it did. Word reached me that Doomfist had escaped his confinement and reclaimed his position at the head of Talon. I decided then I was done. waiting for
Time
my
to pay him a
moment.
visit.
No more climbing. No more wasting my rage on meaningless opponents. It is time to strike back against my true enemies. With your death, I will send a message to Talon.
Eesh.
You thought your fight with me was over! But this war is just beginning.
Yeesh.
Perfection. I will see you in Overwatch 2, when retribution will be mine.
Are you sure about that? Because I think I've killed you before. Okay. Then we got invitation. Hey Winston. Let's see what Winston's up to. I like Winston. He's pretty cool. I wish they brought back the old intro.
The legacy of Overwatch began with a single shared belief. That one person's courage can be the catalyst for change. During the Omnic Crisis, when humanity stood on the brink of annihilation, that idea united those who were willing to stand. It created the first heroes of Overwatch. And it's the same belief we're fighting for now.
A good cause.
In the past, Overwatch wasn't perfect, but its purpose never changed. Our mission, the reason we returned when Null Sector attacked, was about protecting people. It was about our shared belief in a future worth fighting for. The International Justice Commission recognized that. They suspended the order that shut Overwatch down.
The Petrus Act.
Because human and Omnic kind needed us. But even we didn't save the world alone. When the smoke cleared, we saw something incredible. We saw you. People from all walks of life. Soldiers, scientists, ordinary people with
Oh, the original music
extraordinary
playing.
courage
That's making it a bit
stood up
nostalgic.
in defense of our world. In Paris, Busan, Rio, old allies and new answered the call. Mercy flew to our rescue. Reinhardt charged back into battle for
Genji?
honor and glory. Even new faces.
No.
Alexandra Zaryanova, Lucio Correa dos Santos, Hana Song, and so many others put their lives aside and came to Gibraltar. Not because they were ordered to, but because it was right. We've reviewed every report, every act of bravery during the invasion, and you stood out. Not just for your skill, but for your courage. That's why you're receiving the message embedded within this token. You are formally invited to Watch Point Gibraltar, to stand with a new generation of heroes. The world won't save itself. Join us. Sojourn is still negotiating with the IJC. With Null Sector gone, there's pressure to shut us down again. When she finds out I sent these tokens, it won't be pretty. But back when I sent the recall, I didn't know if anyone would respond. I spent years alone here, thinking I was the only one who couldn't leave Overwatch in the past. But everyone who answered, they still believed like I did. Fighting Null Sector with so few agents has been hard. But it felt right. Null Sector's
Good effort, Winston.
forces may have retreated, but they're not gone. And who knows what else is out there? The world still needs Overwatch. It always did. Besides, if there's one thing I've learned in my time here, it's better to beg Sojourn's forgiveness than to ask her permission. Well, here goes nothing.
Cool. Alright, let's see what this one's about.
My name is
Hey, that's
Olivia
that's
Leanderson,
that's the
and
character. That's the character I was playing earlier. Emir.
Today, I'm
Emway.
reading Search and Destroy.
S&D.
Monte Carlo, Monaco. When I became a bounty hunter, I quickly learned the questions to ask my clients.
Right
You
questions.
wanted me to come here tonight. This was all a test. It was a
Test.
calculation. I had to be sure you were right for this. And then there are some questions. Right for what? For a problem no one else has been able to solve. I think you might find it particularly interesting that are better left unanswered. I could hardly believe it, that years after Emery left Overwatch, he began working for Talon. At some point they'd lost track of him, and now Max wanted him back. Why? I couldn't say. But I was determined to find out. You should have led with this. Leave him to me. Oasis, Iraq. Emery Sorolla. I'd wager you never expected him to land in a
Moira.
little quarry ledger. Moira O'Dearin. She was a stain on Overwatch's reputation, and it seemed she'd sunk even lower with Talon. She always found Beckers with the least oversight and the deepest pockets. But Emery never did what he did for the money. Tell me, Freya, how long's it been since you've seen your erstwhile cohort?
Ah, so they're friends.
When he left Overwatch. You can't resign. The strike team needs you.
Tell that to the strike team. They don't seem to hear me when I point out how loose protocols got. Doubt they'll even notice I'm gone.
All right, fine. I need you. My team needs you.
Make friends with Vivian. Take your concerns to her. She'll listen.
And what about you? Will you be okay? Overwatch has been your life.
I'll be fine. I've already gotten a few offers to consult on global security. Just promise me you won't let this place change who you are, Frey. Keep up the good fight.
That's what he's... Oh,
Interesting.
that is exactly the voice line I use with him.
Just look at us. Both gainfully employed by the very organization we once sought to destroy. This is just a job. I work for myself. Yes. Well, your semantic gymnastics aside, one must go where one's unique talents are appreciated. Funny though, how changed he was when he appeared on Talon's doorstep. When was that? A few years after his defection from Overwatch. He was rather choosy about the assignments he
Oh no, poor
accepted.
rabbit.
And he was cold, calculating, ruthless. I'd hired him to help me procure, shall we say, exotic materials hidden in a highly defended R&D facility in Berkala. Emery disappeared from the operation, leaving me to fight on my own. I assumed he'd been captured or killed. But when I made it to the objective, I found him there, waiting for me. And that became his modus operandi. Going dark during and between missions, only to suddenly reappear to ensure success. As to his current whereabouts, I couldn't say. But you goody two-shoes were rather chummy whilst serving together in Overwatch.
Yes.
Perhaps the clues you seek are buried in your own precious memories. Istanbul, Turkey. Emma and I were close, both professionally and personally. But I was hardly the only one who looked up to him. Whereas the
Oh.
other members of the vaunted Overwatch strike team seemed untouchable, superhuman even, Emery was different. He built relationships with the entire support staff, including those in search and rescue. In his native Turkey, he'd served in the special forces, remained close to his former squad mates and family. I'd made the trip myself once, during a break from our Overwatch duties. Everything's delicious, Mrs. Sorolla. Please, call me Zara. Any friend of Emery's is more than welcome in our home, especially one so pretty.
Mom, please.
I'd returned to
Typical
Istanbul to
parents.
see if his parents might know where I could find their beloved son. No such luck. None of this was like Emery. But then, if what Moira told me was true, maybe I never knew my friend at all.
Maybe he
With no other
decepted you.
leads, I turned my focus to the
Deception.
jobs Emery had taken for Talon. I quickly found Moira's mission in Bacala. She was after something for her genetics research, but the facility served other purposes.
Uh-oh.
All my instincts screamed the other was important. But how?
Yes, how? Tell me.
I
Enlighten
met
me.
with Mauga, who helped Emery infiltrate a black site in Guatemala. Bro was stone cold. Lots of killing, not a lot of talking. Kinda tanked the buzz, you know? Widowmaker had worked with Emery to destroy a weapons facility in Hungary. And Emery disappeared during the mission? Well, for a short while, he disabled his tracker. Reyes was my final stop. He'd
Hey,
fallen
Reaper.
far since I'd known him in Overwatch. Whoever that was with me in Luanda, it wasn't Emery. What do you mean? The old Emery couldn't tie his boots without consulting the Red Manual. But on that ship, he was different. I'd come nearly full circle, and the story remained the same. Emery had become a cold-hearted killer. No remorse, no emotion, not even a clear pattern of motivation. It made no sense. What had happened to him?
Don't ask me.
What was I missing?
Don't know. But he sounds really cool though. I played
The
him.
terrible things I'd already learned about my lost friend were more than I ever wished to know. And yet...
How can she
Still
afford
not
to fly in
enough.
that plane?
Then, a break. I recognized one of the sites Emery had hit, and now Helix installation in Kinshasa. We'd visited before, in Overwatch.
I see.
The jobs Emery had taken for Talon were at or near satellite command centers where global security was monitored, and where Overwatch was often debriefed. The strike team didn't exactly prioritize meetings with the support teams, but Emery did. While the information housed there was valuable, it wasn't what Talon wanted. And yet, every command center had been within striking distance of Emery's jobs for Talon. All but one.
Oh.
Security logs showed multiple minor breaches at the facility in recent days, as if someone was doing reconnaissance, readying for a strike. If I wanted to prove my theory, there was only one way to find out. Pilot, take me to Riyadh.
Affirmative.
Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. My instincts were right, but if Emery had done this, caused this carnage, could I do what needed to be done? What happened here? The soldier, like a demon? His eyes.
Dead.
Who?
There he is.
He was going to kill me.
Emery, stop.
After all the years we'd served together, all the shared memories,
I just want to talk.
the victories, the defeats,
Please.
my lost friend, all the time I'd spent.
Oh, so you know
wondering where
he's a lot more talkative.
only to find a monster.
This eye.
Fire. Kill it.
In my business, there are questions you don't ask.
No.
Like why I'm being
No.
hired. I certainly didn't ask Mex that, much as I wanted to. And in that moment, I didn't have to. Finally, the terrible noise stopped. All around me, chaos. No. Destruction. And then, in the smoke, a shape.
Frey, is that you?
Not a demon this time. Not a monster. Only Emery.
Ooh. Interesting. Hey, I was doing that. Oh, okay. What's this then?
Well, it appears I wasted money on all those new security measures. I understand you've been busy. You've already paid a visit to 2 of my associates from the Talon Council. And now, me.
When we have that guy as a playable character.
I want to know if Doomfist so much as flinched when I killed them, or if he simply slotted in another pawn, as he did once my father's seat was empty.
I wouldn't pretend to know what Akande thinks. Why he does the things he does.
Don't play innocent. You were there when they portion out the riches. Just like you were there when they threw me out onto the street. Yes, I am carving up the Talon Council to send a message to Doomfist. But for you, Max, this is personal.
Don't let the suit fool you. I've been in your position before, left with nothing after the crisis. I remember what it was like to toil in silence while the cruel and unworthy sat in a palace they'd forged from luck and the labor of others. And I remember the moment I took my revenge. Although moment doesn't quite encapsulate it. I made them watch for years while I managed and grew what they had happened upon by chance or inheritance.
Good going now,
My
Maximilian.
vengeance was a living thing. Is still living. In fact, something tells me we're alike in that way. And if my hunch is correct, that makes me far more useful to you alive than dead.
You've overestimated your value. Loyalty bow at the end of a blade is worthless.
If you've been watching Talon, then you've seen the same thing I have. We are barreling towards ruin. Akande's alliance with Null Sector and its fanatical leader was a disaster.
You cannot think me so foolish, Max. You may have helped yourself to my inheritance, but my trust is not so easily won.
Then maybe this will satisfy you. I see your taste for power, your desire to rebuild Talon with your own
It's the
vision.
platinum chip from Fallout New
The keys to
Vegas.
bending every major player to your will are right here, on this chip. Weaknesses, leverage. Talon is less an organization these days than a collection of powerful individuals.
Hey, there's all the
with
characters of the
selfish
characters there.
interests. If you assure them you can advance those interests, they will fall in line. The scientist Moira Odiran, she'll follow anyone who will fund her research into genetic modification.
Yep.
Anyone. Speaking of which, Annelie, the Widowmaker, she relies on a steady supply of drug formulations to maintain her skill and suppress bad memories.
Yeah, because wasn't she like a wife of somebody in
But
who was in Overwatch? What was his name? Gerard, I think he was. Yeah, he died. She got Widowmaker got in a fight with a shootout with Anna. That's why she's missing her eye.
Rebuilding the world at a massive profit.
Yep.
As for the other agents at Talon's stable,
Doomfist.
yes, Doomfist has his loyalists. Lieutenants he's won through strength or vision. But if we play our cards right, not all of them will follow him out the door.
I could kill you now. Take the chip for myself.
You could, but the information alone will only get you so far. You'll need other allies if you hope to stand against Doomfist. I can organize them for you.
Tell me what you gain from this.
I simply require a seat at your table, maintaining my current position, which I assure you will be to your benefit.
Betray me, and I will run you through before you can utter a single word with that silver tongue. I will not allow you to jeopardize my plans.
I'd say you've made your terms vividly clear. I look forward to
Oh, nice going there, Maximilian.
Talon by your side.
We are not equals, Max. I have spared you, so you can serve me. Do not forget that.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Yeesh. Things are falling apart in Talon. Cool. And then we got this one, the Lord Drop. The other hand. What's this about? Oh, this is about our new character, Domino, whatever her name is.
I hope you placed a wager. It would be a pity to have such an incomparable view of
Oh, hey,
today's
Vendetta.
race, while risking no stake in its outcome.
Oh yes, I've backed Clelia. Horatius may be undefeated, but one
Horse
should never
racing?
underestimate
In the
fire
future?
of a fresh
Meant like
competitor.
Roman horse racing?
I must apologize
Cool.
again for my tardiness. Drivers these days. Perhaps I ought to hire one of your little racers down there instead.
I cannot imagine a woman of your refinement barreling down the streets in a chariot. Clelia is my most ruthless champion, and she drives much like how she fights. Dirty.
Oh, I'm well aware of her talents. But women such as ourselves, well, we have no problem breaking a few rules and
Just
then
cheating.
creating our own. Wouldn't you agree?
I would, Miss Singania.
Oh, please. Call me Vera.
Vera, then. Has Sanjay briefed you on our negotiations?
He has. Though he described them less as negotiations and more as delicate conversations regarding the value.
I like how these characters talk to each other. It's cool.
His proposal was an insult. For years, I fought against the poor estimations of those around me. Those who failed to see my worth. I did not make it to the top by accepting scraps.
My, you are a fiery one.
I only hope you've come prepared with a more suitable offer. After all, Bishkar's shields would serve as a far better defense for your tattered reputation than they would for my fighters.
I assure you, Vishka's reputation is well managed.
I'm not so certain it is. Your careless construction in Suravasa, inciting a popular uprising in Rio, trouble with a runaway architect, among other more unsavory matters. Your company is one failure away from a formal investigation. But a public connection to Talon, ooh, that would ruin you.
Well, you've certainly done your research, haven't you?
I have.
What a rare pleasure to meet with someone of your caliber. With that sort of attention to detail, I imagine you've brought your own offer.
What are these two ladies talking about?
Bishkar's public image has suffered greatly. It will take more than sponsoring a few winning matches to fix what your organization has broken. Just as I will require more of you, if we are to form a partnership.
And what, pray tell, would you require of me?
Your loyalty. Vishkar's shielding technology would be effective in the Colosseo, but I believe it could have broader applications.
Threatening to expose my company's secrets and enticing me with a business proposition in the same breath? My, you certainly live up to your reputation.
I am my reputation.
Why is she doing the peace
And
gesture?
Vishkar's reputation is mine. Let me be clear. Any success from this endeavor is mine to claim. But any faults will fall on your shoulders alone. Are we in alignment, darling?
We are.
Marvelous. Let us begin.
What do you think all that was about? That was odd. What do you guys think? What does Junkrat think? All these guys are a bunch of losers. Me and Roadhog will blow them all up. What do you think, Genji? I sense a great conflict that is about to happen. We must prepare. Okay. Well, that show is something. We'll listen to the rest of the story later, my friends. Soon. Anyway, this is Fan68 signing off. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't forget to keep bamboozling. What? Don't forget to keep bamboozling. Yeah, just see you later, guys.